Hello friends! So today I'm going to show you two of my latest handbag purchases. I did the actual unboxings on TikTok because, I don't know, I just feel like it makes for more interesting like short form content, and on here I just feel like everyone was just waiting to get to the handbag anyway. So let me show you the handbag that I most recently purchased, and I talked about this. Did I talk about this in my last vlog? I can't remember. I'm like losing track. But I mentioned, I was like, I'm gonna do like a proper actual like handbag video so we can talk about it and really like talk about why I decided to get it and kind of the pros and cons of it. Not that I've used it for that long yet, so maybe we'll have to do a follow-up video. But I did end up picking up the Christian Dior saddlebag in the size mini, and this is just in the kind of typical black leather with the gold hardware. They do have obviously like a ton of versions of the saddlebag. They have different sizes now. They have one that's even smaller than this. It's like a micro, but that doesn't really fit anything. This actually fits my phone, which is great. I mean, it has to sit at an angle, but that's fine. But I've never really been that attracted to the medium size. And I don't know if it's, I don't know why, but the mini size, it just really caught my eye. So I picked this up while I was connecting for a flight from Madrid to London, and then I was flying from London back to JFK. And in the London Heathrow airport, they have a lot of lovely boutiques. So they had a Dior boutique, they had Fendi, Gucci, Chanel, Hermes, and I didn't really find anything that I liked too much in the other boutiques. But when I walked by Dior, this was just sort of, you know, hanging up on the display, like on the display shelf. And I was like, look at that cute little saddlebag. I feel like the saddlebags that they always display here in the Vegas boutiques are always the medium size. And like I said, I don't know, for some reason, those just don't catch my eye. But this size really caught my eye. And I don't know, I really liked it. I tried it on, you know, I thought about it. My girlfriends were with me because we were all flying home together, and they were like, yeah, go for it. It's like a really nice kind of going out bag, but it's also not super fancy. Like, it can be worn as like an everyday bag as well. So I just decided to go for it. And with the exchange rate, it was quite a bit of savings for me. So it was, hold on, I have the receipt right here. So it's 2,600 pounds. And so I ended up saving, I don't know, maybe 700 bucks, because in the US, this is $3,700. So with the conversion rate being really in the US dollar's favor, this did end up being like a little bit of a savings. And I was worried. I was like, all right, well, in customs, I'm gonna have to declare it, and you know, we'll see. The taxes will probably make it like kind of the same. But we went through, this was so strange, like at JFK, and I don't know if it was because of the time that we came in. We came in really, really late. We probably landed around 11 p.m. When we landed, we went through, you know, the immigration, passports and all that stuff, and I have global entry. I walked right through. But they asked me a couple questions. They were like, how long were you gone? You know, just those questions. And then we went through, and then usually there's customs, but there was no customs. I was like, oh, okay, great. So I got really lucky there. So if you guys have seen my video about the Dior, oh my God, I forget the name of it already. Is it the Bobby bag? It's the one that looks kind of like a saddlebag, and it's like got like box calfskin. I got it in the latte color, which is basically like an off-white, and it has a strap on it. It has like the oblique pattern on the strap. I think it's called the Bobby bag. Wow, my memory is really shot these days. Anyway, my one issue with that Bobby bag and the strap wasn't long enough, so that was kind of an issue. But besides that, what I didn't like was how big this D-ring clasp is, and I have the same issue with this one. Like, why is this so giant? It is almost the same size. Let me take it off, actually. It is almost the same size as the actual CD hardware. It's the same height. And so it makes for like a very unelegant kind of connection here. It's just really clunky, and like you can't really like move the D-rings because they're just, you know, they're so big, you want to move them. If they were smaller, it just wouldn't be that big of a deal. Like, they wouldn't be this thing that I feel like I'm always maneuvering. And I didn't really think about it when I purchased this one, because we had, you know, taken the strap off and, you know, whatever, we were kind of playing around with it. And then the one that I ended up purchasing was brand new and it was like all wrapped up or whatever. It wasn't actually attached. And then when I got home, I was connecting it and I was like, oh, these damn D-rings, they're so giant. Yeah, I just don't know why they have to make them. I don't know, maybe it's not the height that makes them so clunky, but basically like the thickness of this hardware is just so big. It's just really, really big and clunky. I don't know, maybe proportionately if it was smaller, maybe it would look weird, but it really is not, I don't know, it just isn't, like I said, it's just not a very like elegant connection here. But anyway, the strap here, I have it on the shortest position, and it's great if you just want to throw it on like over your shoulder like this, which is, I think for me, I'm 5'5", which is a great height or a great length, I should say, for it to like kind of just sit right here, just right above my hip. It's very comfortable. If you want to watch my TikTok, I did bring it all the way down to like the longest hole basically so that I could wear a crossbody. And I can wear a crossbody. I actually appreciate that this strap is long enough. However, this strap, because this strap is fairly firm, it just like sits right here and this strap just like hits my boob. It's just a really strange spot for me. So I don't think I'm gonna be wearing this crossbody. I think I'll just be wearing this like as a shoulder bag, or more likely I'll be wearing it like this, just holding it in my hand. So that is the mini saddlebag, and here, let me just show you my phone. So here's my phone. I have the iPhone 13, not the newest one, the one before, the 13, and not the Max. So I have the 13 Pro, and it does fit right in here. And like I said, it just has to be angled, but it does fit. This flap closes and it's fine. And I suspect, like I said, I haven't worn this too much. I can put my keys in here and like a lipstick, lip gloss, and that's probably pretty much it. So be for like quick trips or an evening bag or something, or car culture. Like this is not a bag I would have purchased if I was still living in New York City, because what am I gonna do with this? Like when I leave for the day in New York, this is not gonna help me. So car culture wise, this is great because I don't actually carry that much on my person. Most of the things are in my car, or I'm just doing quick trips or whatever. So this is perfect for my needs. And just to show you, I don't think you can see it because it's too dark, but the lining is a black suede. And then there's no pockets, like there's no inside pockets or anything, which is not really a surprise because this bag is on the smaller side. But there is a back external pocket, which is really great if you are, let's say, in New York City, you decide to get a mini bag. This is great for like Metro card or things like that. My Costco card will fit nicely in here, so things like that. So I do appreciate this outside pocket. This closure is magnetic, so there's no like clip or anything, which is really nice. And I'm glad I picked it up. You know, I felt like here I am at the airport. I'm feeling kind of rushed. We had to make our connection. I really felt like, oh, is this gonna be one of those like purchases I regret because I just made it so quickly? But no, like the more time I spend with this bag, the more I'm enjoying it, the more I really, really like it. So yeah, I'm so glad I got this. And just so the entire unboxing experience isn't completely lost in this video, it did come in this box. Isn't it so pretty? I love, love, love this Dior box. I think this is the design maybe from last year, or maybe this is their holiday design for this year, but yeah, it's so pretty. And it came with that big, cobalt blue ribbon kind of tied around it. So yeah, it's really, really nice. And of course some cards and stuff that I just threw in here. So it was packaged quite nicely in this box. The second bag I purchased, which I actually purchased maybe a month before I left for Morocco, but it was kind of a special order bag, or pre-order, I should say. I've been calling it a special order, but it's more like a pre-order bag because I had seen it on Instagram and I contacted my Fendi boutique here at Crystals, and I also contacted my shopper at Saks, whom I've talked about. He's incredible. His name is Max. If you ever want to contact him, he's at the Saks Fifth Avenue in New York City. Anyway, the Fendi boutique here in Crystals said they couldn't get this particular bag, but Max over at Saks that rhymes. Max over at Saks could get his hands on it, and he put one aside for me, which I was so thankful for. So in case you guys are unaware, Fendi has that baguette style, which is like that flat flap bag style, which was made very, very popular on Sex and the City. And this year is their 25th anniversary, celebrating the baguette style. So I really wanted to get a baguette to celebrate this. And when I saw this particular one, I was like, oh my God, I have to have it. So I got this like acid green sequined baguette, and I could not be happier. This is so beautiful. And I just want to point out, look at these sequins. They're all different shapes. Like these are longer, and then there's more typical like smaller sized sequins. And then there's like paillettes here. Isn't this so cool? And then the trim is beaded. Do you see this like beading along the edges? They really did such a good job with like all the detailing. And then the green in the FF buckle is glitter. And then wait till you see this lining. So this is a magnetic closure. And then inside, look at that purple lining. Is that not the best contrast lining to this acid green? It was like their only choice. Like they had to use this purple. It just goes so perfectly with it. So while I have this open, there is a zipper pocket on the inside. The lining is a satin. And like I said, this is a magnetic closure. And then there is this hand strap, and then it does come with this shoulder strap as well. So here's how far it kind of hangs down. It's actually kind of the same as the saddlebag on the shortest setting. It just sits really nicely right here, like right above my hip. So I can just reach down and open it up and grab stuff really easily. But isn't this just so fabulous? It's such a fabulous bag. And oh, let me show you actually the sequins on the bottom. They're square. They're square sequins. I just love all that. I wasn't even expecting that. I thought it was just like regular sequins all over, but yeah, they're all different. And I love the texture that it gives. These really long ones are so cool. So cool. Oh, I am so happy I picked this up. I don't know if this is available. I don't know if they're going to come out with more. I don't know if they're going to be doing even more baguette designs to celebrate 25 years. But this is so incredible. And you know, it's funny, the last Fendi bag I purchased is this Fendace baguette bag. So now I have two, and I never ever got one when they were really, really popular, when they first came out with Sex and the City and everything. I really wanted one. I couldn't really afford one back then. And now I've got two like really unique, really like special baguettes. I'm so happy. And I feel like the Fendi baguette, this is the bag that you want to buy like a special one. I feel like this bag or this style or just the history of this bag really lends itself to being like a very kind of like special, glitzy, bright, bold kind of bag. You know, it's like kind of a jewel unto itself. All right, well, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Definitely subscribe down below if you're into luxury handbags. Obviously, I'm very into luxury handbags. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section as well. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.